Greetings, everybody. Hope you're okay. Hope you're fine. So, in this video, I am going to talk about how you can deal with difficult people or hurtful comments. So, if this is your first time, welcome to Advancing Mindset. My name is Joshua, and I am a mindset coach. I help people to think positive, be emotionally intelligent, and take positive, smart action. So, once again, welcome to this channel. We'll talk about things which help you advance yourself, particularly your mindset. So, we want to be in the advancing mindset, always moving forward, especially when you are faced with obstacles and challenges that you think you might overcome or you think are too heavy or laden for you to accomplish. So that is where most people quit, when they are faced with something, a challenge, what you think, oh no, no way, and then they give up. So here we say, no, find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So develop your willpower, your positive mindset, your feelings in there, so they can align your mind and your heart together, so you can be one with your feelings and your thoughts, so you can always keep on moving forward. So welcome once again to this beautiful day. It is Tuesday, the 27th of July. So you got 4 more days to the end of the month. So time is going. Even though things are happening around the world, time keeps on going. So the world is steady. It keeps on advancing. Time is always advancing, no matter what. If there's a lot of weather, weather is changing in different areas. A lot of floods, a lot of hailstorms, a lot of the droughts. People are hungry. Some are losing their livelihoods. But time keeps on moving forward. That is the best definition. Time is always advancing because it has the mindset which is keeping on advancing. No matter what the weather is or no matter what the condition is, life keeps on moving forward. So we're talking about how to deal with difficult people. There are many ways which you can find the people who can help you with that. So you can look around and find out on the internet. You can do a Google search, or you can buy books that will tell you how to. Some is conflict management, some is human resources, some is supporting customer service. But the best way is you want to learn how to deal with difficult people and hurtful comments. Because why? One, they're all, to be honest, now they're everywhere. Something you don't know. Two, you might be in a relationship with them. It could be your boss, it could be your employee, it could be your partner, your family member, or your friend. So you want to learn how to deal with difficult people or hurtful comments. Because sometimes the people are not difficult. It's what they say, or it's the actions that make them difficult, not them, to be honest. So you're dealing with their actions and their behavior. So you're dealing with what they have been taught or what they've experienced. Sometimes you want to lash back. Sometimes you want to reach out. Sometimes you're going to be silent. Sometimes you're going to speak up. Sometimes you're going to be quiet. Sometimes you're going to walk away. But there's always the best solution to each situation. Not every situation calls for one kind of situation. So not always you should fight back. Not always you should be silent. Not always you should speak up. Not always, the whole time, not always you should walk away. Sometimes we need to stand up and fight. Sometimes we need to be silent. Sometimes we need to speak up. Sometimes it needs a word. Sometimes to show something. So it takes a while sometimes to develop these skills. But if you learn how to develop it, my goodness, it will save you a lot of anger, a lot of jealousy, resentment, a lot of unnecessary conflict, unnecessary arguments that you're going to encounter, which is normal. Those who want to, they're difficult because sometimes that's what they've been taught. That's all they know how to respond. Yes, I'm not justifying it, but what you can do if somebody comes and wants to always argue with you, you cannot just sit and do nothing. You have to deal with it sometimes. By dealing with the situation, you handle it. Because sometimes people are difficult with you. If you don't handle them, then they come back again, because you're teaching them that you can be difficult with me and I won't do anything. So you're telling them it's okay for you to be difficult with me. So the key is you have to learn how to handle those situations. Because if you don't, they'll say, oh, so you didn't do anything, so I'll do it again. That's the bullying. People don't know how to defend themselves. So the bullies always defend people who are weak because they know they won't defend themselves. Because them, if I take it, he won't say anything. He won't report me, so I'll do it again and again. So by not taking action, you're teaching people how to treat you. So by learning how to deal with difficult people, it's very important. So first of all, you gotta start with yourself. You're gonna build yourself first. You're gonna learn your strengths and your weaknesses, what you're good at, what you're bad at, what makes you angry, what motivates you. That is the best way. So you know what ticks you off, what doesn't. So you exactly know yourself very well. Then you know, okay, this thing ticks me off, I'm going to avoid it. Or you have a plan. If this says this, what am I going to do? So you want to prepare ahead of every situation. You want to visualize all situations, what could happen, and how are you going to respond. Someone tells you, oh, I hate your color. So you tell me, why you hate my color? What's wrong with color? Are you okay with it? So you're going to prepare ahead. It's like an exam. Prepare before you meet people. Prepare for any situation, especially those who are difficult. There are those who just don't like you. There are those who just difficult for no reason. Then there are those who are difficult because it's what they've been taught. There are difficult those who cannot handle their emotions. There are those who know what they're doing and just being right, I'm not sure not, I'm not sure, but they're just being difficult for no apparent reason, just because they like it. And those who now it's become part of them, they don't even know they're being difficult. That then for so many times they don't know that they are being difficult. So always the kinds of levels of difficult you're going to meet. Some are innocent difficult, some are taught difficult, some are difficult, some are just plain difficult. So you have to know, okay, if it's just innocent difficult, just right, you gotta be a fan of them, isn't it? If someone is just difficult for no good reason, sometimes the best way is to analyze who they are, why they're doing it, and then respond in a correct manner. Some people are difficult for different reasons, and sometimes they give you hurtful comments, which if you're not careful, they will hurt you. And once you acknowledge the comment, or you listen to it, or you take it in, that's when it hurts you. So people take the one thing, if someone gives you or tells you a hurtful comment, please acknowledge it, say, I see, acknowledge it. Don't get mad, don't get angry, pause, don't even answer first of all. And then you say, oh, I see, is that how you feel? So always acknowledge the comment. If you're in a conversation or they're throwing at you, say, oh, thank you. So always acknowledge it. Thank you for your comment. I see, is that how you feel? Now I know how you feel. So now you're going to talk about them. So when they reflect it back to them. So don't take it and say, me, what do you think? So sometimes the best way is to send it back to them. And I respect them. So thank you. So why do you feel that? Is that what you're taught? So ask them a question back so they can explain more about why they said it. In most cases, they don't have an answer because they didn't expect you to stand up for yourself. In most cases, when you ask somebody back or you change the narrative and throw it back at them, sometimes they're not prepared for you to ask them a question. They're prepared for you to get angry or to get violent or to feel bad, so they didn't think you'll come back. So most times they are finished like, oh, I didn't see why I'm coming. So that is what happens sometimes when you pause, acknowledge. So when I put them off their guard, because if you quickly fire back, sometimes people are like, oh, you see, he got it, he felt it. Sometimes it's good to pause and see where you are. If it's a big debate, or if it's getting violent, or you want to pause, so you want to let them cool down a bit. So by pausing, you're cooling them down. It's a time when they're sensitive and they're very hot. So by putting them down, they're expecting, but something goes wrong, then suddenly the body, that moment goes because they're ready to fight, but you didn't respond in that given time. So the thing is, do not ever react. Always learn how to react. Or just, you cannot control what people say, but you can control how you react. So the best way is to pause and say, well, I see. So if someone's ready to fight you, and they are definitely ready to fight you, then don't pause, then obviously defend yourself. But if somebody who's just talking and they're not ready to attack or to get physical, then pause. But if you're ready to get physical, that's right, you have to defend yourself, isn't it? But if there's a conversation or someone discussing it, it's going to escalate or going to get violent or physical, pause and say, I always want to say, acknowledge. In fact, sometimes look around, I didn't think of that. So acknowledge what they are saying. I mean, you're not afraid back at them. So why do you say that? Why do you think that? What is causing you to say that? Sometimes they will have an answer because they did not plan for you to reply. But if they do, then they will tell you why they feel it. Oh, because this happened to me, Yeah, this happened to you, then why did you do this? So you want to keep asking questions until you get to the bottom of what is causing you to do that. Sometimes, yes, so you might mess up, but learn to be in control of your reactions and of your questions. So sometimes asking questions puts you in control. Someone asks you, you ask them back. So you don't want to always answer. So ask you, why not you? How come you? Tell me more about this. So that is one of the best ways of dealing with difficult people. Always pause and then acknowledge what they have said and say, I see what you've said. I acknowledge it. Thank you for that. However, but what do you think about it? Why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to hurt me? So ask them back so they can elaborate. Normally people ask a question, it's very hard for you not to answer. Someone asks you a question. So ask them back, why do you do that? What caused that? Are you okay? What makes you think that? Do you have any evidence to support yourself? Are you sure that is correct? So in most cases, people are not prepared, but if they're prepared, then also they'll give you a good story, and then you say, oh, tell me more. You want to keep them talking until they get tired of talking, and then they give up and they walk away. That's one of the best ways of dealing with difficult people. I've come across many people that sometimes it just deals with a bit of talking, and then sometimes they'll calm down. Sometimes they'll leave angry. Sometimes they'll calm down, they'll lose their argument, or they'll give up, but they'll leave ever happy, or some they'll leave angry and even go and plan more. So that one you cannot control. They'll go. Some people will be, oh, I see. Some people like, oh, I see me wrong. Some will not accept and then go away and even talk bad about you more. The key is you have resolved it. Because one thing is, if you get hurtful and then you start revenging it, start swearing back at people, then people say, you see, she's one of us, just like me. So it kind of makes you one of them. So learn not to get angry or to react to certain bad situations or hurtful comments. Always respond to them in a positive way. Acknowledge it, handle it, but respond to it in a positive way. Because if you don't, people think, oh, you lie too, you swear as well, oh, you get angry. So people will see you're getting away what people will use against you. I repeat, when you get angry and you just pick up what you quickly fight, but people will know what to use against you next time. Because now we see, oh, that ticks him off. Oh, that tickled you. But next time they'll say, this guy, will do it for you. So you're teaching others how to handle you. So by not reacting in a bad way or in a negative way, acknowledging, yes, I made a mistake. However, we could do this more. Yes, you did that. Yes, you hurt me, but I don't understand why you did that. So you're going to acknowledge it, and then you tell them, oh, so what do you think? How would you solve it? Sometimes they might give an answer. Sometimes it's good, like, oh, thank you. Nice to meet you. Take care. Sometimes they might not, but you want to keep your mind in a positive mind. You don't want to answer in a negative way, because people will say, well, you see, he swore at him. He's a leader and he punched him. So no matter how good you are, sometimes it's just best to not reply in a negative way. So what you can control is how you react to situations. Sometimes it's good to ignore. Sometimes someone is being silly, you ignore them. Sometimes the best way is to ignore. Just walk by, ignore them. Just keep on moving on. Don't even talk anything. I think And sometimes the best way is to defend yourself. Sometimes people want to fight. Some people are physical, where they come and rushing towards you. You're gonna take a stance and defend yourself. Sometimes you might also be in trouble. Sometimes if you can avoid them or give them a miss, let them fall down the other side. It's better sometimes, because sometimes some countries or cultures, if you defend yourself, oh, you're fighting back, isn't it? Oh, he was being aggressive. Look who's around. If it's critical, then defend. If not, learn how to dodge. I'm sorry, that's the word, to dodge them and let them fall down the other way. That's what people say, and nothing to do with it. So learn the situation and see what is the best action for dealing with a conflict of a difficult person. But in most cases, always deal with hurtful comments. Comments are worse than physical is good, is hard, but comments enter you sometimes, and sometimes you remember them. So always learn to not react to comments. Don't take them personally as well. You don't want to take everything personally. If not, invite hearts. Oh, I think you speak too fast. Thank you. Why do you think so? Some people there will try everything to give you a hurtful comment out there because they don't like it, because you're calm, you don't react. Some people don't like it at all. How come you're not feeling bad? How come you're not suffering? They want you to suffer. They want you to feel bad. And if you don't, they don't like it at all. So the question is, it's not your problem. Yes, the times whereby you have to deal with it and say it, because they want to get physical, they'll try and sabotage you because of that. But there are cases when you have to live or move away from people just because they will try and do everything in their power to put you down, especially if you're an authority figure or that they have something which, something about you which they can use to destroy you or sabotage you. There are other ways you need to get. Sometimes it's good to move away from people who are being difficult. Sometimes it's just the best things to move away and start a new life somewhere else. Some people will not change. I'm not saying you should change, but some people don't want to make it to. They don't want harmony or peace. They don't want things to work well for others. People like that. So people like that are determined to make sure everything happens. So don't even be in their conversation, in their environment. If it's your house and it's your neighborhood, I understand. But if you're in their neighborhood and move out of their neighborhood, I know sometimes it takes a lot to move or to change. But sometimes it's better for your own safety, your mental health, your calmness, your life. Life you can change. But I always take one because I live here, I was born here, I'm going to stick forever, and people are fighting around. If you want, fine enough. If you find your peace over there, that's great. But if you cannot, you have to find yourself and you need to move some places. But learn different ways of handling people who are difficult. Because sometimes you always meet them. I don't know if it's being difficult or it's just universal God trying to test you. That's the thing. Are you just being difficult because it's difficult, or is this God testing me, or is it a test I'm trying? Sometimes people are difficult are good because it shows you how good you are. So be honest, difficult people are not always bad. Sometimes we are also difficult as well. Difficult is just a name we use to describe a situation which we can think is hard, not good enough in us. But even as nobody's difficult, it's just the way people are. So it's good because they teach you how good you are and how you can respond. So by dealing with them, you understand more and you learn new skills. So it helps you improve. So next time it happens, you know how to handle it. And the more you can handle, I'll call difficult situations, the better it is for you because you become more skillful. Also, it improves your confidence. But how to handle is hurtful comments. Always acknowledge them and say thank you, but don't respond in their own language. Always respond in a positive language. Thank you for your not liking my music. Like on YouTube here, put in a video, oh, your music was rubbish. What did I say? Thank you. What do you suggest? To you, it's rubbish, but ours is good. So thank you. I understand. I agree with you. For you, it is bad, but for ours, it's good. So, but anyway, thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. That was it. I was like, oh, what? You like my music? You don't like my hair? You like my skin? Why? I don't know. Why you take it on him? This is opinion. It's his choice not to like you. Not everyone has to like you in life. So thank you for liking the video. You can ask why. Can I suggest why I didn't like it? Can I reason why? Sometimes it's right. Sometimes maybe they're right. Like, oh, because it's da-da-da-da. And like, oh, thank you. Sometimes people are difficult at showing you something which you need to change as well. Difficult, not really difficult, but sometimes I'll say hurtful comments is one which are hurtful. But those who want to push it in there and want to make you feel bad so you can ignore them, just walk past them. People who want to give hurtful comments, ignore them, walk past them. Someone want to fight, don't ignore me. Someone really want to fight you, so you gotta know who you're dealing with. If someone wants to fight, then talk. Some people who are elders want to give you hurtful comments called the elders, and they expect you to respect them called the elders. In some cultures, people want you to respect them, even then they're wrong because I'm older than you, I'm elder than you. So I'm okay to be wrong, but because I'm older, no, it's not. Absolutely not. Someone thinks because he's older than you, he has a right to disrespect you or to be rude. It's not. Not in this era. Those days are all. The times I'm this situation, I'm this. If it's your boss, if it's your chief, then if it's your leader, yes. I'm not saying he has respect you, but they have authority over you, then yeah. But if it's just because doing it for the sake of it, then that is a boss. So be careful of those bosses who just boss it because you want to be bossy. Some other things you have to think about. Is it necessary? Do I have to go for it? Can I get something better? Am I here? Is it my fault? What can I do to change? Am I also being weak? What can I learn from this lesson, from this comment? Is this comment true? Did I do something to hurt them before? Are they revenging? So like questions you can ask yourself when someone gives you a hurtful comment are difficult before that. But do I know this person? Did I do something to them? Is it my fault? Did I cause this? Am I the cause of this situation? Did I miss out on something? Did I not pay a bill? Did I hurt him without knowing? Have they been sent here? Are they passing a message? Are they just in a bad mood? So things you need to know about people. So you need to understand those dams and see what's going on. So if you understand, okay, it's my fault, then say, oh, I apologize. I'm sorry, I didn't know. My sorry for not getting back to you, or for not calling you, or for breaking your item, or for destroying your thing. I'll help you. So I'll pay for it, or I'll solve it for you. And say, oh, so don't always point fingers saying that is not what you think is their bad behavior. Your feelings are not. It makes you feel bad. So don't talk about them. Talk about their action or their behavior. Thank you for your hurtful comments, but I don't disagree with your comment. But because this and that, and explain why you agree or disagree with it. So you gotta mix and match and see what's the best way. Sometimes you might do something, you might not be the right one. Someone get back to you. Happened before, trying to oops. Someone was all right. Okay. Some people might talk to you. Some people don't like you to talk back to them. Some people don't like you to correct them. Some people don't like you to acknowledge that they're wrong. That those who are there. So you have to understand some things. And they're written to tell you, rip you up. Oh, don't correct me. I know what I'm doing. I'm always right. So they're there. So you have to deal with them, especially if you have no choice, if they're your partner or somebody you're working with. So the key is keep your peace in your mind. That's the thing. Keep your peace in your mind. Learn how to not react to situations and get mad or getting angry. Learn how to pause first. Learn how to be positive in your thinking and your heart. Learn how to get the positive emotions. Because that will, if you're positive, if your mind's always positive, keeping a positive mind, you won't have time to react or get angry to our situations. When you can speak calmly and effortlessly, but be affirmative with your actions. No, thank you for hurting me, but I'm not going to get angry. I understand you're in a bad mood, but this is what happens here. This is my job to help you out. So I'm sorry that didn't happen the way, but these are the steps we need to take in order to fix this. Do you agree? Do you acknowledge? Are you happy with that? Ask them back. Are you happy with that? Is that okay for you? What do you think? If they say no, then let it go. If they say yes, then let's work on it. And then some people shake hands, some don't, some bow, some good. And now, if you're friends, good. If you're not friends, that's good. Everything is good. But those are ways of dealing with difficult people. So there are many ways you can find out. So I'll list them. One is to pause. Another way is to ignore. Another way is to defend yourself. Another way is to acknowledge it. Another way is to ask them back a question, why they think that. So there are many ways, those are how you can use. Another way is to, sometimes people is just to turn your back away from them and stop giving eye contact. Sometimes they'll stop. So there are difficult ways. So you want to mix and match and see who it is. If it's a man, it's different. If it's a woman, it's different. If it's a woman, sometimes you got to be firm with her. If it's a man, sometimes you're going to pick him to the side because if you look at him in the eye, you might want to fight. Sometimes if you're a woman, sometimes you're going to stop and be strong because that will show you're not ready to take anything. If you start backing down from one, they'll think this man is weak. For a man, if you start looking in his eye like that, that means you want to fight sometimes. So you got to know sometimes who you're dealing with. It's an elder and you think you're respecting him. You might say, oh, that. So you got to know how to approach somebody. Is it a man? Is it a woman? Woman, man. Is it a child? Yes. Is he my relative? No. Is he my boss? No. Is this someone I know who will go behind my back and do something? No. Then you can see what's the best way to deal with that person. But there are many ways you can do that. So figure it out. Find out somebody who's difficult in your person. I'd like you to think of a person who is being difficult with you and now assess them. Why are they difficult? What do they do? How do they hurt me? Do I feel bad when they do that? Do I always react? Do I get angry when they say this? Do I always feel bad? Do I resent them? Do I hate them? Why? So think about it and try and change it around and say, okay, now I won't hate them, I won't resent them, but how do I deal with them? Are they older? Are they cynical? What do they like doing? If I find out how to do things, because there are always a way of dealing with somebody. What can I deal with them? What kind of thoughts they like? What drives them? What motivates them? Then you want to deal with that and see next time they come to you and say, hey, because you want to take your power back. Always want to take your power back. Don't never let go of your power. All in all, so hope you are good. So hope you're fine. That's it for me. So difficult people are there, but difficult is just a word to describe people. A situation which you think is hard, but when it's not as difficult, it's just you are not able to solve it. So it's just a general term which is not very clear and concise, but just a way of describing a situation whereby you think things are hard. Not necessarily hard, but because you haven't got the skill or talent to solve it, but it's nothing difficult. There's always a way to solve something. So have a great day. So look for those who are difficult and figure out how to deal with them. So if you love the video and you think I added value and enjoy it, please like and leave a comment below. You can also subscribe to the channel and also click the bell for notifications. I'm here live every Monday to Friday, every day. That's what I've committed to do. So 5 days a week, I keep live, talk about a certain topic, and then, put it out there. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Joshua. I am a mindset coach. I help people think positive, take action, be emotionally intelligent. So you want to get out of that, I'm not good enough, I'm worthy, my voice is not good, my hair is too small, I'm too short, I'm not tall enough, I'm not big enough. Get rid of those negative programmings which have put you down for so long. I'm not white enough, I'm not dark enough, I speak very fast, I start as well, but life goes on. That is who you are. What you call imperfection is your perfection. What you think you're good at is what is your best thing to do. Your blessing sometimes is your curse, sometimes your curse, what you think is your curse, is your blessing. That voice what you think is very slow or quick, that will be your calling. Everyone asks me, Josh, you speak fast. Nobody ever knows me. Hey, the guy speaks fast. So I use it to my advantage. I do it on purpose. Now I speak fast with people so they can say, oh, he does speak fast. So they go talk about me. See, I do it on purpose because people ask, do you speak fast? Why do you speak fast? Are you okay? Because it puzzles them. And they want to know more. So it's intriguing. It's marketing on the sly. So what you think is your curse is your blessing. Oh, people like because your skin color. Why they hate you? Then ask, so do it more. The kid someone hates you, but you want to do it more if it's not bad habit. Yeah. So you want to do it more, and that is your calling. That is your unique selling point. That is your skill nobody else has. So use it. Don't stop take off your color, changing your hair, or changing your accent for people to love you. Speak out louder, even be brave and bolder. That's the way. So that's what we help people do. But all in all, hope you had a great day wherever you are. Yes, just about 1 p.m. in the UK. Hope you're safe around the world. There are many things happening. There's a lot of unrest. There's a lot of fires in America, a lot of heat waves, a lot of flooding here in Europe. In Africa, there's a lot of looting, and in South Africa, there's volcano erupted in Congo the other day. There's Olympics happening in Tokyo as well. So there's many things happening around the world. So wherever you are, hope you're doing well, hope you're safe, hope you're okay, keeping positive. Have a great day. We shall see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.